cottage cheese is having its moment in Australia? High protein, low carb, gym approved. TikTok made it trendy, shelves at Woolworths ran empty, and now everyone has a tub in the fridge. But here's the problem. Most people buying it have never once flipped it over and read what's actually inside. Because when you do, you find 4 different gums, a synthetic preservative, modified starch, and sodium levels that quietly add up across a week of daily eating, all on a product being sold to you as fresh, clean, and natural. We are naming 12 Australian cottage cheese products you need to stop buying and showing you exactly what is inside them. Dairy Farmers was for a long time the default cottage cheese in Australian supermarkets. Trusted name, dominant shelf position at Coles and Woolworths, the product most people grabbed without a second thought. Then the formula changed and the complaints followed. The reformulated version carried a noticeably longer ingredient list: water, whey powder, concentrated skim milk, 3 vegetable gums, 410, 412, and 415, a food acid, and preservative 202, potassium sorbate. Stabilizers like these are standard in commercial dairy production. They help manage transport, extend shelf life, and keep texture consistent across batches. That part is understandable. What made this a problem was the drop in actual eating quality that came with it. The product that had once been thick and creamy became something noticeably different, and customers could tell. Sodium was also elevated compared to simpler options in the category. Nothing alarming, but higher than it needed to be. On sourcing, Dairy Farmers operates within a large national supply network. Like most mainstream dairy brands, it does not publish farm-level detail publicly that is fairly standard across the industry, rather than unique to this product. Texture complaints were consistent across review platforms. Watery, thin, poor curd separation within days of opening. Multiple customers reported buying it again, hoping the recipe had reverted and discovering it had not. Flavor dropped noticeably. The richness it was known for was gone, replaced by something flat and generic. It matters here not as a horror story, but as a pattern marker, because several products still on shelves today are running a similar formulation. That context is useful for everything that follows. Bulla is the most visible cottage cheese brand in Australian supermarkets. Stocked at Coles, Woolworths, and most independent grocers, it leads with handmade in country Victoria and fresh milk delivered daily. For a lot of Australians, Bulla is simply what cottage cheese looks like. A closer look at the ingredient list raises questions worth understanding. The formulation includes 4 thickening agents: guar gum, xanthan gum, locust bean gum, and processed eucuma seaweed, alongside preservative 202, potassium sorbate. In commercial dairy, stabilizers serve real practical purposes. They prevent separation during transport, maintain a consistent texture on shelf, and reduce batch-to-batch variation. None of that is unusual at this scale. The question worth asking is whether 4 separate gums plus a preservative reflects a production approach built around dairy quality or one built around logistics. Those can be the same thing, but they are not always. Sodium sits in the moderate range. Not a standout concern on its own, but worth knowing for anyone eating this daily in large serves. Like most mainstream brands in this category, Bulla does not publish detailed farm-level sourcing information beyond the Victorian origin claim on the front. That is fairly normal for the industry. Texture is smooth and consistent. The gum stack keeps it that way. What it does not have is the slight natural variation in curd size and cream distribution you get from a less stabilized product. Flavor is mild and neutral. It does the job, but it does not taste like a product where the milk quality is the primary driver of the eating experience. Bulla delivers a reliable, accessible cottage cheese at a price most people can afford. The ingredient list is longer than it needs to be for a product marketed on freshness and simplicity, and for shoppers who care about that gap, it is worth knowing. Same product, larger tub, better value per gram, which is the only meaningful difference here. The 4-gum formula is identical. Potassium sorbate is identical. Sodium per 100 grams is identical. Sourcing communication is the same Victorian origin claim. If you are buying Bulla, the 500 grams is the smarter size, but what you are getting stays exactly the same, regardless of how big the container is. The flavored variant costs more than the plain. The label implies a genuinely herbed product. Then you look at the declared quantities. Dehydrated onions at 1.6%, dehydrated chives at 0.1%. In a 200-gram tub, that is 0.2 grams of dehydrated chive, a quantity too small to taste consistently in any finished product. The stabilizer and preservative base is identical to the plain range. The flavor additions change nothing structurally. What they do is justify a higher shelf price for an ingredient contribution that is almost invisible by volume. Buy the plain tub and add them yourself. You will get more actual flavor for less money. This other variant launched during the Australian cottage cheese boom of 2023 and 2024, when shelves were running empty and the fitness crowd was paying attention. High protein positioning was the premium lane. Bulla moved into it. The formulation is the same 4-gum potassium sorbate base as the standard range. On the protein difference, comparing both nutrition panels shows a marginal increase. Whether that is a genuine formulation adjustment or natural batch variation is hard to confirm without manufacturing data. What is factually true is that all cottage cheese is inherently high in protein. It is a characteristic of the category, not this specific product. Sodium is unchanged, texture and flavor are unchanged, the price is higher. Check both panels side by side before paying the premium. Westacre is ALDI Australia's private label cottage cheese. Cheap, widely purchased, and grabbed by most shoppers without a second glance at the label. The two additives that generated real consumer discussion in Australian Reddit threads are modified food starch and carrageenan, E407. Modified food starch is not a standard cottage cheese ingredient. It is a bulking agent used to prevent whey separation and create creamier visual consistency. Its presence indicates the formulation is doing work that proper curd structure would otherwise handle. Carrageenan is a red seaweed-derived gelling agent approved by FSANZ and considered safe at food-grade levels. Whether you choose to avoid it is a personal call. What matters is knowing it is in there. Texture is inconsistent between batches, sometimes watery, sometimes thick. Flavor is functional rather than fresh. Sodium is in line with mainstream alternatives. Westacre delivers protein cheaply. The starch addition is the clearest gap between this and a straightforward cottage cheese. Now here is a pattern worth understanding once, because it shows up everywhere in this category. Removing fat removes the natural creaminess and structure fat provides. Something has to compensate. In low-fat dairy, that means a heavier stabilizer load, more thickeners, more gelling agents to approximate the body fat was delivering. The result is a product with a longer, more complex ingredient list than the full-fat version. The additive profile in Westacre low-fat is amplified relative to the regular version. Modified starch and carrageenan carry across, with extra stabilization on top. Sodium does not improve. Texture separates faster after opening. Flavor is thinner. Low fat does not mean simpler. In cottage cheese, it usually means the opposite. The default own brand option for millions of Australian shoppers. Price and shelf position make it the product most people reach for without thinking. The ingredient list includes potassium sorbate and 3 vegetable gums: locust bean gum, guar gum, and xanthan gum. Standard commercial formulation for this category. What warrants specific attention is the sodium. At 333 milligrams per 100 grams, a 200-gram serve delivers around 666 milligrams, roughly 30% of the recommended daily intake from a single snack. That figure is not alarming in isolation, but for people eating this product daily who assume it is low sodium, the number is a genuine surprise. Texture is stable and consistent, flavor is mild and slightly salt-forward. It does what it promises. The sodium figure is simply the one thing worth knowing before you make it a daily habit. Now onto the low-fat version of the Woolworths own brand. Same preservative and gum profile as the creamed version. Sodium is comparable. Ingredient list is not shorter. What changes is the eating experience. Separation appears within 2 to 3 days of opening, more noticeably than in the creamed version. the texture gets progressively more watery. The flavor, which is already neutral, gets flatter as that happens. The low-fat label implies a healthier choice. The sodium does not support that. The ingredient list does not support that. The eating quality is reduced. This is the version that puts a lot of Australians off cottage cheese entirely. The product is the problem, not the category. Coles low-fat own-brand cottage cheese sits directly across the aisle from Woolworths' equivalent, offering a similar price point and familiar budget formulation. On first glance, it looks much like the rest of the mainstream low-fat options, but there is one subtle distinction worth noting. It is labeled as made in Australia from at least 95% Australian ingredients. By comparison, nearly every other widely available mainstream product Woolworths' own brand, Bulla and Brand Quartz, declares 99% or higher. This makes the Coles low-fat creamed cottage cheese the lowest declared Australian ingredient percentage in the supermarket aisle, though the difference likely reflects minor additives rather than any compromise to the dairy base itself. This detail may seem small, but for shoppers intentionally buying Australian to support local farmers, it is a factual point that the front label does not highlight. For those who pay attention to origin, it can influence a purchasing decision, especially in a category where most brands claim a strong Australian identity. Beyond this distinction, sodium levels are consistent with Woolworths' low-fat range, sitting in a range that is moderate but significant if consumed daily. The texture is fine when freshly opened, but as with other budget low-fat cottage cheeses, it becomes increasingly watery within a few days in the fridge. Flavor is mild and slightly salt-forward, reflecting the trade-offs made to achieve cost efficiency in production. Coles' version is a useful, affordable option for casual consumption, but for those seeking higher quality, clean label dairy, understanding the nuances behind ingredient origin, texture, and sodium content is critical. Taking a few extra seconds to compare labels can reveal these subtle but meaningful differences. Barambah Organics represents a genuinely standout option in the Australian cottage cheese aisle. Made in Queensland from certified organic milk, it carries the transparency and oversight that mainstream brands simply cannot match. Its short ingredient list contains no synthetic preservatives, and the curds display natural variation, giving a textural authenticity that is missing from heavily stabilized products. Flavor is noticeably fresher and richer, reflecting the higher quality of the milk and careful handling during production. It is a product that exemplifies what cottage cheese can be when the focus is on dairy quality rather than shelf life optimization. However, the small 200-gram Woolworths tub comes with a practical consideration that many shoppers overlook. The price per kilogram works out to approximately $22 to $25. While the quality is real, this packaging size and premium positioning make it easy to grab without evaluating value per gram. By comparison, Brand Quartz Classic Cottage Cheese at 250 grams offers a clean label alternative at a lower per 100 grams rate, giving similar quality for less cost. The product is not flawed, but the concern lies purely in pricing psychology and convenience. Shoppers who check the math are rewarded with a high-quality purchase. Those who do not may unknowingly pay a premium for the same protein and curd quality that another brand offers more efficiently. This is a perfect example of why understanding both product quality and pricing structure is essential when navigating the supermarket aisle. At first glance, East Coast Organic at Coles appears to be an entirely separate brand from Barambah Organics at Woolworths. Different name, different packaging, and a different shelf placement give the impression of a unique product. In reality, it is produced in the same Queensland facility, with the same certified organic milk and identical formulation. Every characteristic, from curd structure to flavor to sodium content, is consistent with Barambah Organics. The dual branding highlights a common practice in Australian dairy. Retailers and manufacturers hold separate supply agreements, often resulting in legal, parallel brands for competing supermarket chains. While standard, it creates a transparency gap for consumers. Someone loyal to Barambah at Woolworths may walk past the identical East Coast organic tub at Coles without recognizing it, and in some cases, the same product may be priced differently depending on retailer margins. For shoppers, understanding this practice is key to making informed purchasing decisions. The quality and ingredient integrity are identical to Barambah, meaning all the benefits of certified organic milk, clean formulation, and fresh flavor apply here as well. The same caution regarding size and per gram cost also applies. The 200-gram tub is convenient, but careful shoppers should check price per kilogram if they are using it as a regular protein source. This is a clear illustration of how packaging and branding can influence perception, even when the product itself is objectively the same. Cottage cheese is one of the simplest foods to make well. Milk, cream, cultures, salt, stabilizers, and preservatives exist in commercial dairy for real reasons. That is not the scandal. The gap worth understanding is between what the front label sells you and what the back label actually says, and whether that gap matters for how you are using the product. Read the back of the tub. 8 seconds. Every time. If this helped, like and subscribe for more Australian product breakdowns.